Hello, everybody. Pete here. End of August. Fall is in the air. Definitely. It's something's going on out there, but anyway. So welcome back. I'm waiting for Emmanuel to start. Oh, hey, Alex. Hey. Good to see you. Waiting for Emmanuel, and then we're gonna get started. Swirling, 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 swirling. No, I'm not drunk. I'm just swirling, swirling, swirling. Um, Hope everyone is doing well. Sunday, end of a weekend. For some, it doesn't mean much, but for the 9 to 5 folks, it means a lot. Oh, favorite spice. Sumac. I don't know. Uh, Fried calamari. Oysters, really, but you got another one? Think so. Favorite color? Blue. Favorite car? Volvo. Favorite vacation spot? Vineyard. Favorite season? Summer. Hey, there he is. All right, let's get him in there.
Here we
There
are.
he is.
How you doing, Pete?
Hey, Emmanuel, how are you, sir?
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, a little technical difficulty.
Oh, that's all right. It happened. I'm having, all right. I guess I'm gonna have to work with this BIOS connection for now, but all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I good now? Am I good?
You're a little like distorted
Distorted. Oh, all
on
right.
my end,
All
but
right.
oh,
How's that now? Is that better?
yeah, that's a little better. Now it's a lot
All
better.
right, good. Yeah, all right, good. I picked the wrong stupid. I have like 4 extensions in the house, so it's kind of crazy. But
I see.
anyway, all right. Good to see you again, folks. We took about a month off. Both Emmanuel needed and us needed a break. Obviously, family time, summertime in New England here. So when we last left off, we were delving into summer whites, and we were really going into the Spain area, and we were enjoying that a little bit. And we did a little kind of New Zealand thing, and we did some other stuff. We're not going to do a blind tasting today because we have a little trick here, but um, so we left off with Albarino being kind of our area of choice, and Emmanuel. So let me backtrack. So I'm Pete. I'm a founder of Great American Nosh and other Nosh entities where we believe in eat, drink, and savor. We focus on education and entertainment, focused on food, beer, and wine. And obviously, wine is what we're talking about this time. We call this episode Wine and Three. We typically have 3 areas where we delve into in terms of questions. Now, obviously, turns more into three, it turns into 5 or 6, and I have a tendency to ramble. But with me is Emmanuel Montevecchi. He is my wine guy at Total Wine in Danvers. He's been kind enough to been recommending 2 wines for us to try, taste, talk about. We talk about the region, the grape, the producer, and any other little geeky stuff that we come up with. So we left off at Albarino, and we're going to continue with the Albarino, but Emmanuel has added a little bit of twist for the second wine, and I will let him join in now.
All right. Thanks, Pete, for the intro. Yeah, we've had a little bit of this, but now we're back to it. So let's get started.
Yes.
This wine here, the Almatera. This is
Almatera.
That is the Albarino. We've done some episodes on Albarinos from Bayas, where basically it can be kind of an elegant sort of grape, aromatic as well, with some structure. What I wanted to do is get into something else that maybe for some people who know Albarinos would look to another wine from actually the Basque region, which is both within Spain and France.
Yeah.
This one here, this is kind of a an oddball one, guys.
Yeah. It is an oddball. Yeah.
Yeah. In my store, this is the only wine that we carry from this area here.
Yeah. Okay.
Once again, it's an area where it's in Spain and France, actually, separated by the Pyrenees Mountains. Okay.
All right.
What goes on is this is an interesting one where it was kind of at first really only kept in that country. Okay, they would consume it quite a bit. It didn't get popular.
They never exported it then. They never exported it, right?
That's right. That's right, Pete.
Okay.
And then it got popularity, I think right around like the 1980s or so. And it got classified, the Dominicación. So it got a classification. And then some of the sommeliers started getting, got trendy and got sort of popular. Now,
sort of like Suave, right? Like Suave was that same thing, and then it faded, and then it's come back, right?
Right, exactly. Now, I've never had this wine actually. I've never had a wine from this area. It's a area where, as I posted on my Instagram account, it's in that the body of water, the Bay of Biscay, in that body of water. So you have the Bay of Biscay, and you also it's off the Atlantic Ocean.
Sure.
So it's a hilly area as well. Okay.
Yep.
Up on the hilltops where the vineyards are located primarily. And you get the sea breezes coming from the Bay of Biscay, and also, like I say, the Atlantic Ocean. All
right. Yeah. I have a picture. All right.
You got a picture?
I have a picture of this winery. This is like amazing, folks. Look at that.
Oh, that's a great one, Pete.
You like that, huh?
Yeah,
that is the winery where that comes from.
Put that up again. Put that up again.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that up again. Here you go. Look at that.
Take a good look.
Take
a good look, folks.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, you see that? Look at the green. Yeah, the green, the hill.
Look at all that green.
Oh, it's
my goodness.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what's gone on is I actually got referred to this wine from a customer probably about maybe 2.5 months ago.
All right.
I knew of the wine. I didn't know we carried it. The folks there in this area, because the Basque region is an autonomous area. They don't consider themselves part of Spain.
Like their own country, yeah.
It's an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's very unique, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, I think I have the map. And I think they are right there, if I'm not mistaken. That's part of it. It's not all of it, right?
Yeah, no, that's part of it.
That's part of it. Okay, got it. Okay. All right. Got it. So, thank you for that. And then they also have some very, very interesting dialect as well.
They do.
There's a lot of X's in their in some of their words, and I was telling Emmanuel earlier that my Spanish has been pushed to the limit.
Yes.
I only learned kind of that common Spanish. This is not common Spanish. You're right. It's definitely a different world over there. So I have a few notes I'm going to share with everyone here, and then Emmanuel is going to jump in as well. So obviously, the alma terra, it means soul of the soil. It's called Ponte, which is a single vineyard wine. And as he mentioned, it's from Riojas Baixas region, which is sort of a northwest Spain near Portugal, right on the water. And what was driving me crazy was on the label, they don't tell you really who the producer is. It just says,
Right.
you know, bottled in Pontevedra. And I'm like, okay, well, Singer Vineyard, where the heck's the vineyard? And then as I popped the cork, when I popped the cork, this came up, this Oxlasis, which if you look on the Riojas Baixas website, you can find their producer, but I couldn't. I didn't have enough time, and it drove me crazy. And I was like, "Where the hell is the vineyard?" Um, so that's one thing on that wine. And so for the other wine that Emmanuel has kindly shown us, and which is obviously a different wine than we've ever seen, it's really, I think it's pronounced Chomen y Chinese, right? Is that right?
Yeah,
Chomen and Chinese?
that's right. And
Yeah.
they pronounce it actually Chocolina. Chocolina.
Yeah.
In
Oh
in
yeah,
that area.
yeah, it's from that region. Yeah, the DO is called Guatarico Chacolina. That's right.
That's right.
And this winery was started in 1649. So this is the oldest winery in that region. And the family, I think it was called the Chueca a Chinese family, was the original family. They led the effort to get a designation as a DO in 1989, and I think you mentioned it in the 80s.
Right.
Obviously, talking about the other thing that's interesting is while I showed you the picture of their winery, it's gorgeous. They actually grow their grapes on arbors versus a sort of wire system that everyone else does. So it sort of comes on basically comes on arbors, and they hang down and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a different growing method that they use. The other thing is that they have some unique grapes, which I have never heard of. About 90% of their vineyard is called Andarabi Azuri, which is
That's right.
It's a white grape varietal, and then 10% is called Belza or Andarabi Belza.
Right. Right.
And that's red. And I think recently they may have sold. I couldn't figure out who the owners were or if it was a marketing, but I think Gonzalez Bias either owns or markets those wines now. So I don't know if the family's still involved or not. So I really couldn't find any information about who's the winemaker and so forth. But anyway, I did want to share that all with you, and then I'll let Emmanuel take it over from here. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, going back to this one here, we're gonna call it Chocolina. That's
Yep.
what the people of the Basque region refer to it as.
Okay.
The Amarabi, the Zori, Amarabi Zori, the grape, which it's a long sort of top title there.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with the grape, so it's going to be kind of a cool experience this evening to do that.
Exactly.
Now the Gataria, if you can see that there, it's on the label, Gataria.
Yeah.
Gataria.
Yeah, Gataria. Yeah.
It's a province. It's kind of a fishing. It's a fishing community. So obviously, with this white, it lends itself well to a fish dish. It would suit the profile pretty well. I actually listened to, and I'm going to plug them. I listened to Wine for Normal People, and I know I referred to it before. I think I told you to check it out, Pete. So they got a little a blog on these particular wines. And how they kind of grew to be trendy, and once again, they are sort of they lend themselves well to like someone wants to try something different besides like an Albarino or like a Verdejo. We talked about Verdejo. So if someone wants to try something a little bit different. Also, I discovered through this little blog that I guess North Carolina. I don't know if you knew, Pete. North Carolina's got one of the big imports for these particular wines.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't remember the name, but it's
that's kind of obscure. You wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect that either. So I didn't think, I wasn't sure if you knew that.
No, I didn't. You see, I had everything else, but I didn't have the North Carolina thing. So
well, that's good. That's good. We can.
Yeah.
I can fill the holes.
I have plenty of holes.
We all do. I mean, it's but in any case, so I just thought I told Pete a couple weeks ago with the Albarinos. I was sort of getting the one that we had. The one that we had. What was it? About 4 weeks ago, and you enjoyed it because I enjoyed the Talma. I enjoyed the Talma Sauvignon Blanc.
That's right.
That Albarino I wasn't a big fan of. That was the that was the Valdo Sosego.
Yeah, and I love that one.
You like
the Valdo Sosego?
That's right.
I love that one. We've had that one in the past, and for me to revisit it with doing a blind tasting was actually enjoyable.
Absolutely.
And the Talma, it was interesting. That Talma evolved. So, like, for me, the Talma really turned grapefruity on me and more of a tang, a little bit less than my liking, but doesn't, you know what, it was still good. My wife loved it. She loved that one.
Yeah, you told me that, you know. So that's good when both partners are can get into the different wines that we put out there.
Sure. Okay.
I was going to say with the Basque region as well, you have a Guggenheim Museum. Some people may not know that. There's actually a Guggenheim Museum there.
Yeah.
Which architecture is very, is something that's part of their culture there. So that's something to check out.
Yeah, I think you sent me a picture of, I don't know what you sent me a picture of, but it was an interesting building. And I'll share that to my story once I share this video, and then I'll share it with.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I think we're just kind of mixing it up tonight, and trying something a little bit different. Once again, this one is not kind of that well known.
No, you don't find that in the supermarket, folks. You won't find it. So good to try this, and I believe this was sub $20, right? I think.
Yeah, it was right about like 20, 21 right there, as well as the Almatera. That's $19.99.
Yep. Okay. All right. So probably let's jump into our tasting. Actually, let's jump into the Albarino and save our special wine for last. See what we think about it. I learned a little trick on the other one, but I'll share that later. But
okay.
So we got this Almatera. They recommended serving it cold, which we learned last time when we had Albarinos. We get this nice, it's kind of a medium gold kind of color. Ooh, looks very good. Swirling, 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 swirling. Ah, see, I spilled. I'll never get it right. All right.
Already?
I haven't even had anything to drink, really. I've been a good boy today, but
I see.
All right.
Sunday.
It's Sunday too, and I just been okay. All right. Oh. What does that smell? Oh, it's like a tropical fruit or something. It's almost like it's not as sweet as a pineapple, but yeah. Oh, what is that? What is that flavor?
Not honeysuckle, but
it's not mango. Maybe it's a mango.
Mango?
No. Like not a overly ripe mango, but like a hint, like a.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, if you haven't joined us before, I always recommend smelling as you approach the wine on the bottom, and then you also go to the top. You're gonna get some different aromas. Just to let you know.
That's right. Yeah, you want to make it a sensory experience here with the wine.
Yeah. Because it's gonna blow you away when you smell all these different aromas. You're like, how the hell did they get mango in this thing? Like.
Right.
Yeah, that's mango, definitely, or maybe a papaya actually. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm smelling a little more papaya. I think you're onto something, man. Papaya, maybe.
Yeah, it's moved to papaya, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I get papaya. I think you're on. I think you're dead on with that.
Yeah. Papaya. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of papaya either, but that smell is definitely distinctive. So,
Oh no, I enjoy papaya. I think it's a great tropical fruit, especially in the summer. Oh, dry papaya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting right now. I'm not getting anything else, which is good.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting as well.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do my my geekdom here.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Mm.
You like a savant.
Yeah, I like a savant. Yeah, yeah. It's just the papaya is over. I really don't get anything else other than papaya. Um, no earth, no wood, nothing. No spice. I don't know. Maybe it'll spice, but if it is, it might be a faint mint, but very faint.
No, I don't get much dimension other than the papaya, like you mentioned. You know.
Yeah. If like I said, anything else is faint. You really can't determine anything else. So, all right. So I'm gonna dive in. I don't know if you're ready to dive in, but
Sure, let's do it.
yeah.
Hey guys, hi Kelly. How we doing? Hey Kevin. We got some people joining on new, fresh.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. Hey, Kevin. Oh, I like that. Like a lingering, the acidity's medium, if that.
Yeah, you appreciate that, Pete?
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think it's going to go with what I'm serving tonight because I need a little contrast. I have a heavy smoky thing going. I need some acidity here. It's medium acidity. It's not light. You know, there's definitely some body here.
Okay.
Not much on alcohol. I don't see much on the legs here.
Right.
Legs, yep.
So once again, guys, this is the wine that
that's right.
drinking. Pete's discussing the Almatera.
Almatera. It's from Rijas Baixas, up in West Spain. Albarino, which a lot of people like. So again, it's a pale gold. I think it's a gold color.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. And initially, Emmanuel and I really picked up on a papaya on the aroma.
Yeah,
of a tropical fruit.
Yeah. You tasted that first, and I definitely concur with that.
Yeah.
Now the way this reads, can I read this, Pete? And then you go on and discuss a little further about the wine. It says tasting notes, okay?
Yeah.
Clear, brilliant wine with an intense aroma and reminiscent of green apple.
No green apple.
That's what I mean. I don't get that at all. And
I don't get the green apple.
Tropical fruits.
I got the tropical fruit.
Yeah.
I did. I think initially I hit mango, and then we moved into more papaya. You know, like.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is definitely a lingering finish for me. Medium acidity.
Yeah.
Medium body. I think it's refreshing. Definitely clear. Nice color. Inviting aroma. Definitely a winner here. And you're right, it's better chilled. I do recommend keeping it chilled.
Yeah, you want it cold. You want
this a little cold. Yeah, you don't want this to warm up. Yeah.
Stick it in the freezer, before you have it for like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, or keep it on ice, basically.
Yeah. Right. One of those two alternatives.
Yeah.
I don't know. The finish on this, I like upon entry on the palate. It's nice with the papaya.
Yeah.
But the acidity, I think the acidity, this is me, okay? I'm talking in my personal belief. It's a little sharp for me.
A little out of balance, right?
Yeah.
A little out of balance. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not as balanced as others. Notice my dog back in the background there. Um, so it's gonna be a freaking dog. Anyway, so you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a little unbalanced. It's not grossly unbalanced.
Right.
I think it can get away with it a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to add some sort of, you can tell me, you can speak to this. If you're going to add some sort of seafood, you know what I mean? It might go well with like a haddock, maybe some,
Yeah,
I don't know, Ritz cracker, or with
yeah,
crackers and a little butter and a little olive oil,
that's right.
something like
So
that.
my view of pairing is you either have something complementary or as intense as what you're serving, or something so contrasting that it breaks up whatever. If you have something fatty, it breaks off the fat, or with the acidity, it breaks it up. So and this definitely would work with what I'm serving, which is a pork belly,
Oh, pork
a
belly.
little
Okay.
smoky, a little spice, but it's going to definitely contrast a lot. I think I'd probably get away with obviously red, maybe a Pinot for that. But I'm gonna try. We'll see how that goes. I'll report later.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
anyway, I do
absolutely.
agree with you. It's a little. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It gets sharp at the very end, right on the back of the tongue, on the way down. But it's lingering though. I like the linger. Does make up for the medium body a little bit. So all right, I like this wine. It's still a good one. I do like it. So
Okay. All right. No, I know you're a fan.
I
You're a
think I
fan of
like the other
Albarino.
one better.
You're a fan of
The
Albarinos.
Valsasego one. But
I think, yeah, like you're
oh,
saying, Pete.
I'm
It's
not. I can't hear
paired
you.
with
Oh,
it
I
paired
don't
with
have.
the right fruit.
Oh,
What's that?
oh, did I lose you?
I can hear you.
I could see you. I just can't hear you.
Oh, all right. I can hear you
Uh-oh.
fine. I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I can't hear you. No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Okay. Well,
You wanted to like come back in? You want to try it back? Come back in? Like
well.
hang up and then come back in?
So Gabrielle's saying we both sound fine. Gabrielle,
Yeah.
yeah, you,
All right. I'm gonna cut you back out, and I'm gonna try to bring you back in. All right. Let's try
okay.
that. Okay. All right, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Um, I can't hear him. He can't hear. Well, he can hear me, but I can't hear him. So it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to get him in. Yeah, I know. I know you guys can hear me both. I just can't hear him. He can hear me, but I want because we're going to like the very exciting wine. I definitely want to hear his view on this. So we're going to try this again. But hopefully you're enjoying this. Albarino has actually been a very good favorite wine of ours for a while. We've been exploring a little bit. We've been doing some blind tasting with this as well. I've enjoyed Albarinos for several years now, and now and then you wander away from our region or producer. So I'm gonna tie him back in and see if we can get going again. We're gonna probably move to the next wine. Hope you guys are enjoying having some wine with us as well. May not be the type of wine we're drinking, but hope you like this as well. This is all about education. Um, I can be a bit of a goof and a geek with this stuff, but anyway. Oh, he's unable to join. Okay, so we're gonna keep trying. So this is what I'm gonna do. All right. Oh, he went off. He went offline. Okay. So when he joins again, then we'll try it. Okay. So we talked about again. I'm going to refresh real quick. Almatera, Soul the Soil. It's Ponte, which is a single vineyard. I think it's bottled in Pontevedra, Galicia, Spain, which is northwest Spain. So and it is the producer I finally found with the cork, Oxalis. So I didn't get a chance to see where that vineyard really is. This is a tropical fruit, papaya. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we get him back in. And I don't want to be talking to the same thing that everyone else that hear it. Okay. All right. How you doing now?
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
can you hear me?
There we go. I can hear you now.
All
okay.
Right. All right. Very good.
That was driving me crazy.
Well, here let's take two.
Yeah, exactly. Take two. All right. So we were actually wrapping up on Almatera anyway. So
that's true. So it was a good segue, actually.
Yes, exactly.
We couldn't have planned it
besides me rambling on and repeating what I just said to everybody else for the last 20 minutes. That's fine. So now we're going to move into this exciting wine. This is that Chomin y Chaniz from the Guatarico Chacolina DO in Spain, in the Basque region. So I heard a little trick. I heard that they pour this high.
Yes. Yes.
Is that right? Did I get that right?
You did.
All right.
You did.
So
I don't know if I can do that. Can we do that? How high? How high?
I'm as high as I can probably get it, keep it in the camera. Okay.
There you go.
I usually don't do it that way, folks, but what the hell? That's what they recommend. So
yeah, you're right.
So, and obviously, I've created a little bit of artificial carbonation with that. But so again, I think this is a little bit of a paler color than the Almatera. Yeah, see that a little bit. That's pretty good.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Chocolina. This is what they call it.
Chocolina, yeah.
Basque.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think, oh, folks, for those who had just joined, I want to show you something. I pulled this picture. This is the picture of the winery, like from that where this is from. Isn't that amazing?
It's a great picture.
I would love to have wine and have lunch over there for like 4 hours, maybe the whole day. Well, maybe the whole day, but 4 hours might kill me. I might have like 4 or 5 bottles.
It's on the list. It should be on the list, people. Place to travel before you die. Yes,
exactly. I agree with you. All right. So I'm going to do a little swirl. Let's see what we got here. I did not. The thing is, I did not get any tasting notes on this wine. So I'm kind of going blind here.
I had some, and I don't want to share that right now because I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm getting more of an earthy,
effervescent, right?
Effervescent. It's very effervescent.
It's a little different.
Oh, that smell is. Oh, what is that smell? I can't say urine. It's not urine.
I hope not. I hope not.
Oh, it's like an earthy. Oh, it's almost like petroleum, almost, right? Not like a gasoline, but a hint of gasoline. It's definitely different. I'm.
It
wow,
is.
I don't.
It is.
I don't. I get earth. I don't get
Earth,
I don't get tropical fruit.
We're gonna.
I get earth.
We got.
We'll just say earth.
Some land. I don't know.
Like not compost. Hummus or not hummus. Oh, what is that?
Hummus.
No. I meant like not hummus. Like not the hummus you eat, but
right.
Like almost like a compost.
Like stone.
Yeah,
compost.
It is. Wow. I've never smelt this before. Never smelt.
Very unique. Yeah, I haven't either. If
you're a gardener, you'd probably pick up on some smells here because that's what I'm smelling. Pumice. Oh.
Pumice.
All right. Gabrielle, there you go.
There you go, babe. Yeah, pumice. I can understand that. That fits.
That fits.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna run with that until some other smell comes through. Right? Yeah, exactly. Let's start showing this to the folks. again, very unique wine from the Getaria, Basque region. Very different. Wow. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
that smell. I'm going to pinpoint that smell because it's getting me. Because the other smells, remember the other smells I did the cat litter thing? You know, I smelled the cat litter.
No, I remember
which
that,
is,
sure.
well, the cat litter really is clay, right?
Clay.
Or gravel.
Clay's the right word, I think. Clay. This isn't clay though, not for this one.
This is not clay. Definitely not clay. Oh boy, when you smell from the top, smell it on the top edge. When you smell it on the top edge, there's something unique on that top edge. I just can't get it. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I know you're like not smelling. You're like, what is he? What the hell is this guy doing? Anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go dive in. Take a taste.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Oh, it's zesty. Almost like a lemony. Like a lemony.
It's a lemony. Lemon zest. Slight though. It's very slight.
Light. Well, obviously with the lemony you get the acidity, right? So
right.
I'm almost getting a lime with that. I think this will go better with what I'm serving. This is definitely different. It's going to definitely contrast.
It's interesting. It's very unique. It's you were saying earlier earthy. Gabrielle said pumice.
Yeah.
Clay, not necessarily clay, but something you'd find outside if you were a gardener or you garden.
Yep.
I like this.
This is a good one. I think this was good palate cleanser. Yeah. Definitely right. Oh my goodness. This is I'm getting it's a little dry actually.
Dry, yes. It is
definitely
a
dry. Definitely drier than the Almatera.
And then Julie there is asking if it's a palate cleanser. I don't know about a palate cleanser. Maybe more of a.
Well, I think she's close because this is very. It's dry. You get some medium acidity here. The aroma. I think the aroma is not off-putting. It just the aroma just throws you off because you're like, what is that smell? It's something I would smell in my garden. I just can't figure it out what it is. It's not mushrooms. It's not rotting compost. It's not manure.
No.
I'll get it.
All right. I have faith in you.
Potting soil?
Potting soil?
No, it's too. No, maybe not. All right.
Let me
not
look
volcanic rocks.
Yeah, you keep.
Not petroleum. Yeah. Yeah, I'm working down my tasting wheel here, but I can't pinpoint it. Oh, well, we got the earth. All right. We'll just settle on earth. It's definitely the earth aroma. We got a lemon, lime, zingy, zesty, grassy, herbaceous. I don't know if it's herbaceous, I'm not getting that. But let's take a look, Definitely different.
It is. I can't say. Once again, though, summer whites. This wine here, I think it's absolutely a home run.
I think so. Think so.
Having this outside on your deck or on your patio.
Yeah.
Some cheeses, some crackers.
I actually think this would go well with a salad. Like a
salad, yeah, for sure.
A garden salad, and maybe like a light Italian dressing. I think this might work. This might work really well.
So I think you're onto something, Pete, because I get like a vegetal kind of sense, vegetation, some sort of, you could make a salad dressing with this.
True. Yeah, that's right. You're right. You could make an emulsion with it, and add the wine at the end, and then yeah, I think. Mm. Oh, I'm gonna nail this smell down. I swear to God, it's gonna drive me nuts.
Yeah, well,
I'm expecting to spend the next 4 hours trying to figure this stupid smell out.
You know?
I mean, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. This is definitely a different wine than I've ever smelt and tasted. I haven't. Wow. I cannot. God, I cannot pick that smell up.
So this one is drunk year round. They drink this in the winter too.
Really?
So,
oh, this is like their everyday drinking wine?
Yeah,
is that right?
Everyday drinking, you know. Absolutely.
So they're drinking whites year round, right?
Yeah, whites, right? Because we were saying, right, 90% is that Hammurabi Zori,
Yep.
the white grape.
Yep.
And then the other was the Hammurabi, was that Rezla? Not Rezla, Reza?
Yeah. Beltza. Beltza is the red. That's right. Yeah, you're right, because 90% of their planted vineyard is the white, which is Azzurri, the Andarabi Zubi, and 10% is the Andarabi Beltza, which is the red. And that kind of makes it's interesting. They talk about how steep the hills are and the arbors and so forth, and obviously they're on the coast, as you mentioned, and obviously they're separated from France by the Pyrenees Mountains. So you got a lot of influencing climate factors here with this wine.
You do. You have frost too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's frost involved. Once again, the fishing town. Gataria. And we should probably put out too as well. Those people who love to travel. People who like adventure with, interesting wines. And if you head to that area of the Basque Country, once again, architecture, and then you have cuisine. I read something about per capita in that area. They have the most Michelin star restaurants next to Cato. Yeah.
And having a Michelin star is not an easy feat, but folks.
No. But what did you have? Those three great features of, for me anyway. I know Gabrielle and I like this. I love the ocean. I love seafood, right? And then you get culture. You get the culture, the Guggenheim Museum over there.
Right. It's a unique culture, and I think for comparison purposes, for here us in the United States, for us to kind of find kind of almost like a similar type feeling is if you went up to Quebec City. Right. Now they've been trying to separate from Canada for eons here. They speak French. Rest of Canada, west of Montreal is English. They failed a referendum many years ago to break off from Canada, but they're almost an autonomous region unto themselves. So with the Basque region, I think they just tried to break off not too long ago, actually, I believe it or not. So they think they're their own country.
Right.
So I think that's fascinating in itself too. It's like they're going to do things their own way. They obviously, with the language, if you look at I don't know for folks who speak Spanish, but the folks who are on the line who speak Spanish, I don't know if you can see that there's a lot of X's going on in this, and it's not the easiest thing to pronounce. It's not the Spanish they teach you in high school. So
that's for sure, yeah.
Definitely for sure. So I think that's very fascinating, and I would love to visit that vineyard. Oh my goodness, I was like, I can't believe I pulled that picture up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I would never leave that vineyard, for God's sakes. Come on, they'd have to roll me out of it on a wheelbarrow.
It's a fantasy,
Yep, exactly. So it's 7:15. We're 45 minutes into this. I haven't seen too many other questions other than the good palate cleanser and the hummus comment, but grassy. And so I'm gonna just kind of recap everything a little bit. Emmanuel was kind enough to recommend the Almatera, which is an Albarino, which we've been focusing on for summer whites. He introduced something very interesting, which is from the Basque region, the Chomen Chanis from the Gatarico Chacalina DO in Spain. Very unique, definitely a different aroma. He and I have not picked out the particular aroma. All we know it's earth, and we'll figure it out later on. I'm gonna post I'm gonna keep smelling this thing all night. I know I will, but definitely a different grape variety.
You're just perplexed over there, huh? You can't get away from it.
No, you know what? My wife has got a very sensitized palate and nose. Maybe she'll come up with something that I cannot figure out. I'm gonna give her flavor, her aroma wheel, and go, all right, we think it's earth, but tell me what type of earth, you know? So, and I think as we've discussed before, but for folks who are new to us, he and I have discussed that men and women have definitely different palates. They pick up different things than we do, which is fine. It's fine. Actually, it makes us a more educated wine enthusiast when we discover like they're sensitive to this or sensitive to that. They pick up different flavors and different aromas that we do, which is good. Makes you definitely want to think about like sometimes that first aroma doesn't catch. Like he and I have discovered that first aroma of mango didn't really catch after a while. It was more of a papaya. Again, we're going to get the for that Almatera basically. But anyway, so I'm going to leave it to Manuel to kind of wrap us up, and we'll talk from there. So,
all right. Well, so the first wine we tried was the Almatera once again from Reyes Bayas. Okay.
Yeah. Reyes Bayas. I think it's Reyes Bayas, right?
Bayas.
Yeah, Bayas. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yep.
So we have on previous episodes, though we were on a hiatus for about a month.
Yep.
I think we got to recharge. I think you did, Pete, especially got to recharge, which is very important.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go with any more Albarinos. I think the Valdo Sosego, it was good. I just couldn't appreciate it as much, I think, as you.
You enjoyed the Talma, yeah.
Which is fine. The Talma, Sauvignon Blanc. So Talma Sauvignon Blanc, just to recap quickly, that is a $7 wine. $8?
Yeah.
$8 wine. Okay?
$8 wine, yep.
Sauvignon Blanc from Spain. Worth trying,
yep.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, going back to this one here, this was kind of a little bit of a anomaly from the Basque region, as Pete was saying earlier, from Guetaria. Okay?
Yep.
This is interesting, okay? We have some carbonation here. We have some, we'll call it garden nuances. Some sort of clay, some sort of
compost, some whatever.
Yeah, pumice was talked about. Gabrielle mentioned that, but I know Pete is he's gonna rack his brain tonight to give me his exact prognosis of the whole thing. So
and then all right, so just to wrap it up, we always geek this. We geek out at the end, right? So look at the two bottles, right? So you have a traditional kind of head and shoulder bottle for the Almatera.
Uh-huh.
And then look at this bottle from the Basque region. It's got that long neck, no shoulders.
Yeah, long neck.
It won't fit in the fridge unless you lay it down.
Yeah, you have to lay it down.
Lay it down, or you've got really tall shelves. And then we talk about punts. No punt. That's on the bottom of the that one. And then the Alma, it's a little bit of a medium punt. It's all right. Anyway, again, geek talk. And we usually wrap it up with the geek talk. We talk about marketing and so forth in terms about labels. And, this is a very clean label. I enjoy the blue with the, the black in the middle and a little bit of red saying what kind of grape it is. This is kind of a plain Jane label, this one from Basque. It's got a view of the winery. It's kind of got a sketching in there. It's really nice, actually. Kind of understated.
11% alcohol, right? 11% alcohol on that.
Yep. That's right. So it's a lighter alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
Bocciolina.
Yep. And
12
it doesn't jump out at you. Yeah, it would never jump out at you. Like this would jump out at you. This would not. But again, I think I think my final verdict is I like this one. I like the Basque one. I think it's unique.
Yeah, I do as well.
It's got the zest. It's got something to it. The aroma is, I still have to figure it out. But again, I like it a lot. I like the effervescence a little bit. Even it doesn't really last the carbonation, but it's still interesting. I think it's going to contrast nicely with what I'm serving, which is a smoked pork belly, folks, with crispy skin.
Sounds very nice.
It's going to be a little heavy, so I'm going to try to contrast the heaviness with this zesty wine. This is not totally zesty like a Pic Pool, like in France, but I think this will work really well. So, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed our little exploration into Spain, and I'm going to leave it up to Emmanuel to pick the next wine. Now, we're getting into September, but summer's not quite over yet, but we'll leave it up to him to decide what we should be drinking next.
I think we should do one more. I think we should do one more white before we go into reds. The Pic Pool, yes. And the Pic Pool is something that would be kind of comparable to maybe with this, the wine from the Basque region.
Yes.
But Nolden also says, you think about this as a chef, okay, Pete? Nolden says, like, a recipe dealing with paprika that might go well with this.
Okay.
Dealing with paprika.
Well, you need a spice. You need spice.
Like a spice.
Yes. So I have fennel pollen on the pork belly.
Okay.
So that's a licorice spice. There's definitely something to it. So we're gonna. I will report later on any posts I have later. I'm gonna obviously post your picture of that wonderful building in the Basque region, and hopefully you folks have enjoyed our episode of Wine and Three. And thank you, Emmanuel, for your kind suggestions and definitely your expertise. Again, I know enough to be dangerous, but I am not selling wine, and I don't work in the wine business. So, again, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for joining us. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Every other week we do this, so every 2 weeks.
That's right.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye now.
Thank you.